Hi, before I book the 19th off work tomorrow, can I have full confirmation the game is going to come out that day? No take backsies.
Full confirmation? Well, fuck.
God damn it! Cyberpunk 2077 got delayed till December 10.
Yeah, well, you know, not a big deal. Some people would get really upset. I understand why they would get upset. This game has been delayed like maybe 6 times already. I'm just estimating. I'm sure there'll be more. Trust me, more along the way. For real though, guys, like, it's not that big of a deal that this game got delayed yet again. I know everyone wants to play it. I want to play it myself. The game looks awesome. The aesthetic is great. The music is great. The gameplay looks great. Everything looks fantastic. Okay, I love Cyberpunk and I love the setting. This is a game for me. But I am willing to wait for this thing to get perfected. I have no troubles waiting for this game, although this game will probably be delayed until the year 2077. But if that's what it takes for this game to be good, then my grandchildren will be happy to play this game, okay? As some of you may know, this morning CD Projekt Red had released a kind of a press announcement saying, hey guys, we're delaying this game until December 10th. A lot of it you don't really have to read. I'll pretty much sum it up for you right here, right now. It's just saying they got to finish up some features that they thought would have been finished by now, but they decided to get it done, and that way the day 0 patch would be a lot easier to implement, and they had just kind of undershot their timing with it, which is not a big deal. They're also preparing for the game to be released in multiple different platforms like Xbox, PS4, PC, etc., etc. So they really just want to make sure that they nail this one on the head, and I can commend them for that, okay? Some people would just kind of release it as is and then they would fix it over time. Fallout 76! But, you know, it's not that big of a deal. However, I see people judging Projekt Red for everything they do. It's not their fault, guys. Honestly, it's the publishers. Blame the publishers. The developers don't have anything to do with it. They merely work on the game. A lot of the times, it's the publishers that give them restrictions and give them certain time frames that they have to complete the game in, and thus the game turns out way less polished than it would have been if the developers had pretty much wanted to do what they wanted to do in the first place. I'm actually surprised that CD Projekt Red managed to get everything looking good. I mean, do you remember The Witcher 3? That was their solo project. They did that, they debuted and made big bucks and made a real big name for themselves out in the AAA industry. But now that they're not just a developer, they're also a publisher. They have to handle other sorts of means, and that means they have to put restrictions and stuff. So, you know, don't blame the developers themselves, blame the publisher itself. That being said, my balls are ready to bust all over my fucking keyboard when this game comes out. I've been waiting for so goddamn long. Again, this game has been delayed maybe like 6 times already. Every single time they push it back by like a month or 2, and it's so frustrating because I just want to play the game, man. Stop tickling me. Stop it. I just want to play the game. But it's okay. I'll wait, and I'm sure many others are glad to be waiting out there. Some more pissed off than others. Just like the guy in the beginning, there are some people that actually took the day off and they were ready to go, raring to get this gameplay going, ready to finish this game within a day. Speedrunning community is on top of this shit. And to those guys, I have to say, like, man, you know, sometimes you can't get what you want. I understand they probably called off months in advance, but you can still get it changed now that there's a new date. You can switch that date over to that. I'm sure they'll probably do it. I mean, if those people had asked for it months in advance, I'm sure they can ask for it again. But that's just me speculating. I'm hoping they can do it. I'm not their boss. I don't know. But like, that's a whole other thing for me. Like, should you really call off work just to go play a game all day? I don't know if it's really that important to do, but I understand why people want to do that. There may be some people who have a really stressful job or something, and they just really have to get out of reality for a second and play their favorite game or their anticipated favorite game. I understand it. I get it. I've done it before, actually, in the past. I believe with GTA 5, I called off the day because I wanted to play as much as I could. But then again, back then I was like 18 or 19, fresh out of high school and into college, so I was still kind of a child. But adults, I don't know if it's a good idea to call off the day for a whole video game. Just wait until the weekend or something, right? Maybe save those days for your kids. I don't know. But again, that's all speculation. There might be, maybe they don't have kids or something. I don't know. Everyone has their own way that they relieve stress, and I understand it. I just think it sucks for those that actually did call off work and now they have to explain to their boss that they don't want that day and they want to switch that day to something else. Like, I could totally see their bosses getting really pissed off red, fuming like a tomato, saying, how the hell am I going to fill the spot that you just gave up and now you're asking me for another day off? Like, that really fucking sucks. Good luck to those out there who have to convince their bosses. Give them a Hershey's Kiss or something. They'll feel better. But back to the topic, I think it's good that developers choose to take more time to finish a game than just release it the way it is, because honestly, nowadays, publishers get away with so fucking much lately. A lot of the time, they push the developers to do shitty practices and all this stuff, and it's not even the developers that want to do it that way. Sometimes, more than occasionally, the developer wants to do it a proper way, and they want to get it working functionally and make it look nice, but the publisher just says, no, get it done now and as efficiently as you can and as shitty as it can get, and we'll fix it in post. Like, that's why you have so many games nowadays that are broken straight out the box, and it takes a couple of gigs of patches to fix the game to make it the best that it could have been in the beginning. Like, for example, Doom Eternal. I'm still waiting for the invasion mode on Doom Eternal, and that was supposed to come out when the game was released, which was released about a year ago, and I'm still here with a thumb up my ass waiting for the game to be properly given the invasion mode. Where the hell is it, Bethesda? God damn it! But that's just how it is. And look at all the people who play Fallout 76. They literally started with a game that was broken at start. It was dead. No one gave a shit about that game, and it took a couple of years for it to become something decent. Something that it should have been in the first place. That's just terrible practice. And all these publishers do it all the fucking time, and no one seems to bat an eye, and it just pains me that these developers are getting blamed for this stuff. It's not their fault. Blame the publishers. It's all their fault. They are trying to push the game out as quickly as they can so they can get as much money as they can. They are a bunch of scumbags. I still believe in the developers. They know what they're doing. They just don't get listened to at all, because I know, I've been there. I've worked with many developers, and these developers, when they're making an app or something, they have a bunch of ideas and a bunch of things that they'd like to implement into their app or into their game or whatever, but they just can't. The time frame just doesn't allow it, and they have to do it later in post, later in patches. It just sucks. It sucks because they know that some people will get pissed off and they are going to be blamed for it. It really blows, and I'm so sorry, developers that are blamed all over the world. It's not your fault. Blame the publishers, Activision especially, EA. Come on. You know what I'm talking about. All these big time publishers, they gotta go. They gotta fix something. If we have to wait 2 years for a game, we'll wait 2 years. But don't just release stuff out the wahoo just to get money. Like, for example, I know I keep going off tangents, but for Call of Duty, they've been releasing a Call of Duty pretty much every single year. And when they finally decided to halt back production and wait 2 years for the game to release, then look what happened. We had Modern Warfare, one of the best CODs in the decade. It's not rocket science. Just do it. Spend more time on a game, make the game good, make it like it should have been in the first place, and no one would be mad. So yes, I am still anxious to play Cyberpunk 2077, but I will gladly wait, and I have no issue believing in the developers. I think this game is going to be great. I hope this game will be great. You definitely will find me on twitch.tv/ChocoNanaKens playing this game when it comes out on December 10th. And hopefully there is not another delay, but if there is, then oh well, I guess we'll just wait as long as the game turns out perfect. That's all I have to say. Give this video a thumbs up, share to your friends, and subscribe to the channel for future videos similar to this. I'm gonna go continue sitting on my chair with my thumb up my ass waiting for invasion mode to come out on Doom Eternal. Hopefully by the time this Cyberpunk game releases, it won't actually be the year 2077, because I'd really like to play it instead of my grandchildren. I'll see you guys later. Bye.